Hey everyone, how's it going? Geek here, and today we're doing an update on the CW Flash fan game. I, along with the development team, am really trying to make this the best game we can possibly do. Over the past few days, I've been pushing game development to try and add new features and functionality to the game. Comic Books vs. the World has been ironing out the details of the story, ultimately figuring out what characters and features need to be included. Also, the newest member of the development team, Codemation, has been hard at work putting together Central City, as well as providing updated character models, which will appear in future updates. Also, this past week, we've gotten such a huge response from you guys. Seriously, the amount of support from the community is incredible, and I just wanted to touch on a few things that were brought up in the comments in today's video. So I'm not going to waste any more time, and let's get into it. Starting off, I wanted to highlight Codemation's amazing work on this game. Like I mentioned, he's providing character models as well as the model for Central City that will appear in the final game. His work is amazing, which you can especially see in his work on Central City. When he first came on board for the game and he showed me what he'd been working on for both characters and environment, I was blown away. Honestly, this game wouldn't be the same without his work, and I really wanted to hype him up in this video. Now, let's talk about development and the current build of the game. So far, there isn't a story mode implemented yet. The game is still a sandbox, so I can keep testing functionality of things, but we're progressing so quickly with development that we should be able to start working on implementing the story soon. When you open the game, the first thing you notice is the addition of a pretty basic menu screen. I know the background and button images are a little janky, they're just temp images I put together really quickly. The final version will obviously feature a more detailed image render. From the menu, you can open a fully functioning options menu where you can control everything from screen resolution to shadow quality. From there, when you actually open up the game, you spawn in an actual city rather than an open landscape of roads and sidewalks. This is just an example map I threw in for testing purposes. I wanted to ensure the Flash was controllable at high speeds through narrow alleys and stuff, and it will be replaced once Codemation's build of Central City is finished. So far, the Flash has two abilities implemented in the game. The first is a super fast punch combo. It's still a work in progress, but it's a functioning attack for close range and has a neat little particle effect for when his hands move super fast. The second is activating Flash Time. Now this was one everybody, including my brother, was super excited about being added in as a mechanic, and I'm happy to say it's finally in. When you activate the ability, Flash does a little pose as a visual indicator and your screen becomes yellow tinted. In Flash Time, the game runs only a quarter speed while you remain at normal speed. You can see this tested on a mannequin floating down the street, Flash Time slowing him down to a crawl when it's activated. Lasts for a few seconds, then eventually wears off. Still needs optimization, but it's a lot of fun to play with. Next, let's talk about the characters. I've been talking to Comic Books vs. the World about which characters are going to be in the story, which are only implemented in alternative game modes, and we're really getting together everyone we need for the game. Something we talked about though was how people really enjoyed the idea of characters, even the villains, being playable outside the main story. I thought it was an awesome idea, so I worked on it. Now the player can swap between Flash, Captain Cold, and Reverse Flash while in game. Obviously more characters will be added, and each is planned to have their own special abilities. I love this mechanic too, being able to run around the map at super speed as Flash or Reverse Flash before casually jogging around as Captain Cold makes me laugh every time I see it. Finally, I wanted to touch on the community response, the response on my channel at least. You guys have been amazing, with everyone offering suggestions, advice, help, or talking about what they'd want to see in the game. I wanted to thank you all for everything, and that without you as a community, this game wouldn't be possible. Also know that even if your suggestions don't make it to the final version of the game, I do take them seriously and I appreciate the effort put towards the project. That's why I decided to add a community credit list to the end credits of the game. Everyone who's offered any kind of modeling, resources, or original gameplay suggestions or ideas will be credited even if your offer wasn't actually used in the final version of the game. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button down below if you haven't already. I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know what you think of the game so far. I know it's only been like a little over a week, but development is coming along and I'm super excited for future updates. Also be sure to let Comic Books vs. the World and Codemations know what you think of the game as well, and definitely give them the love they deserve for their work put into this game. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.